Hi, this is Krystal, and this video is for fragrance 647 Saturday. Go ahead and spray a little bit around the room. Alrighty. And let's pull up the questions. Now sit for a moment and just think about what you're experiencing. How does the fragrance make you feel? What do you feel about the fragrance? This is definitely a calming fragrance, very light on the nose, not very overpowering, not sticky, not sweet. It definitely makes me feel relaxed and happy to have it in my house. Second question, pretend you have to describe this fragrance to a friend. How would you describe it? What does it smell like? What scents do you pick up? I would describe it as something fresh. Kind of reminds me of baked goods. Probably use a cherry tart to explain it to a friend. I can definitely smell the cherry. It's not very artificial. It tastes more like smells more like a fresh cherry picked off a tree. Possibly a little bit of vanilla. And then kind of a buttery smell. I'm not quite sure where the butter smell is coming from, but a bit of a butter. What does this fragrance remind you of? Where does it take you to? Again, it kind of reminds me of a cherry tart. Kind of makes me think about when I used to live in Oregon. We had a couple of cherry trees in the backyard, and we would pick the cherries and then go bake with them. So kind of kitchen, 1980s, white cabinets, white picket fence, the whole 9 yards. Very mom-oriented, just a feel-good smell. When you first sprayed the fragrance in your home this morning, what were your initial thoughts? What did you write down in your notes? So my initial thoughts were, this is something I'd bring to my house and spray. Thought it was, like I said, refreshing, light, smelled good, something I'd want to spray in my house often. Initial thoughts, again, just kind of, a good scent, something that was a good representation of cherry and a good representation of me. How about when you sprayed it at lunch? Did your thoughts or the experience with the fragrance change? Did you like it more or less than your first experience with it, or the same? Same. Still smelled good. Really didn't have any qualms with it. Still happy feelings, and didn't have any issues with it. What about when you just sprayed it? Any change for you? No, none. Same happy, baked good smell. Would you buy a fragrance like this for your home, and in what form? Most definitely. I think I would enjoy both a candle and this spray. I think a candle would help concentrate the smell for like a bathroom or maybe in the kitchen, and the spray would be good for like when guests are about to come over. What season would you use this in, or would you use it year-round? I think this is more of a spring smell for me. Reminds me of, like I said, fresh, blooming cherry trees in Oregon. Doesn't really smell holiday to me, or summer for that matter. Next question is there someone in particular in your house you'd use this fragrance, and why? And I already kind of said that. I'd like to use it in the kitchen. I think it's a good smell to kind of remind you of baked goods. Could use it in my living room, kind of when the first thing that my guest would smell. And I could see the candle in the bathroom. It's not too overpowering, but it kind of gives that fresh scent that you're looking for. What would you do, if anything, to improve upon this fragrance? I wish it lasted longer. I don't think the scent is very strong, and I feel like I need to spray and spray and spray to keep that scent in the air. It just kind of dissipates too quickly for me. How is it different from the home fragrances that you currently use or have used in the past? I don't typically use cherry or fruit smells. I normally stick to florals. I didn't like how wet the fragrance can get. If you spray it and it falls like on your arm, it kind of leaves a film. I use another brand that doesn't have that same weight to it. which is kind of different. But otherwise, I like the bottle shape. I'm not sure if we're supposed to comment on that or not, but, you know, sleek. It worked fine. What would you name this fragrance? Probably cherry tart. It kind of just reminds me of a, you know, fresh cherry, maybe cherry pie, because I do kind of get that baked smell. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being hating it and 5 loving it, how do you feel? I'd say probably a 4. Definitely a good smell, something I could see myself buying in the store. Not the most amazing cherry thing I've ever smelled, but definitely don't hate it. And again, this was for video 647 on Saturday. There we go. And now we will move to the next one.